Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Fouled off left side. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that.
Swing and a miss, and the count even 1-1. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run. And that's with the swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 3-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Forget it.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
That one lifted to left. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. Blasted 2 home runs in last night's game. And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
Well, at this pace, he's not going to be in this game for very long, but he's got to find a way to shake it off, keep it isolated to 1 inning, come back out. You could throw up a bunch of zeros.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. And it is gone.
That's an incredible job of letting that breaking ball get deep, trusting your hands and driving it out the other way. That's how you practice it in the cage. Incredible when you can translate it into the ball game.
Brendan Donovan now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Two outs, base is empty.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And he chases that one. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Bottom of the 1st. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
Next one off the plate inside. And now 3-1. And that is out of play. Foul foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up. Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
And that skips in the dirt. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. That one just misses.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
And it's 1-1.
First 2 hitters get punched out on strikes. Take some notes from the dugout. When you get your chance, go up there and hit the ball hard somewhere.
Right through there for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Pitch misses, and it's a full count. The other way, Riley throws across the diamond, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. And we're back, and now the catcher comes up to him. Drake Baldwin looking for his first big league hit right here. And there's the strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Down and in, moved his feet.
Full count.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Edwards at the plate now as he chases after that one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpire.
A rise to second. That's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Hauls it in on the warning track. Back here at Petco Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. And that's downstairs and outside.
With Tatis at the plate, we're looking at a player that is never going to be considered boring. He's an electric player that manages to make plays most players wouldn't consider trying. And he plays the game his own way. It's a big reason why he's considered such a fan favorite.
That catches the outside corner. 2-2.
2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Next
That's
pitch
a ball.
downstairs, and the count is 1-1. And a swing and a miss.
Clearly, he was sitting on a
One
fastball
ball,
right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes. Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
He'll do it himself. 3 up, 3 down. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning. Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
That one
2-2
outside. And the count's even at 2.
The count's full.
High fly ball, right field. Tatis moving under it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's Matt Olson. He's already homered here in this one. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And the batter now, Austin Riley. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Clobber to right field, way back, gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the. So 1 out, nobody on. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris the 2nd. Fly to left his first time. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. In the air, out towards right center. Merrill makes the grab, and there are 2 down. 2 down, base. Is empty. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jurickson Profar. Foul ball there. Into center and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that,
Off the plate,
they
ball
have
1.
a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that.
Makes the catch, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy. As we go to the last of the third. Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
1-0.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
There's a strike.
That slider breaking in can be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, you could tell he wasn't expecting that ball to break back in on him. He may have been looking for something away, maybe something soft, but that slider on the inside corner absolutely froze it.
Jason Hayward, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. Riley fires to first, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Connor Joe. Right down to shoot. It's 0-1. And strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
And a slider misses down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 9. Back here in San Diego, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Drake Baldwin. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the 3rd, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. Now 1 away.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Check swing, and he went. And that's strike 2. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tatis pulls that one down, and there's 2 away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. That one hit to right. Tatis. He's got it. And that is out number 3. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Jackson Merrill. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Padres just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Bogarts takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Grounds one to short. The throw to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Luis Ariz stands in.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the...
And it gets by him. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. Here's Machado. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
0-2 is the count.
And it's through for a hit. Ariz around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back here at Petco Park, we go to the top of the 5th. Stepping in the long ball threat, Marcell Ozuna. Line drive, makes the grab, 1 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Throws to first in time, and the first 2 set down at the top of the 5th. Here is Austin Riley. Down the left field line, could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double, third hit for him today.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Harris in the box again, takes a strike. Foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's outside. 1-2 the count. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Coming home. He will score, and it's an RBI single. It's 8-0. 2 outs, runner at first. Here's Profar down. They say you win. Profar, 32 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Fought off foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
2 balls, no strikes to count. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
That's in there. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3. Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Hayward in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. To the right side. Dives, but he kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, dude. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Off-balance speed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. So up next, Jackson Merrill. In there at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
Breaking ball inside. And 1-1. In the air, right field. Harris has a beat on it. Nabs it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. And now the shortstop, Brendan Donovan. Hit in the air, center field. Merrill sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Always loved visiting Petco Park. Gorgeous place to catch a game. And when they built it, they did such a great job of making that old Western Metal Supply Company building a piece of the stadium. It's really done wonderful things for downtown San Diego.
And a swing and a miss. Action in the pen down there. Robert Suarez preparing to come on if needed. Morejon, the power lefty, up as well. Hit in the air, right field. Tatis pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So the batting order turns over. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Xavier Edwards. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Handles, throws to first, and that is. Bottom of the 6th inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. And ball 1.
You know, these Padres need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Albies over to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. And now the first baseman, Luis Arias. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have runners in scoring position because they put themselves there.
So, man, a here comes the skipper. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Davis Daniel.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
And another ball.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay.
Takes it in for the out.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Machado stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. That's in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real.
Boots it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here in San Diego, top of inning number 7. Now in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies. And the first offering is not close.
You know, these Braves, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Right side. And it's caught for the out. Here's Marcell Ozuna. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
0-2.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering upstairs.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. 2 down, base is empty. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Cronenworth makes the play, and that is that. Daniel back to work. There's the strike. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Profar under it. Makes the grab, 1 down. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. He is struck out and he is walked. Now into the ball game on defense, Orlando Arcia. He's in at shortstop and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Comebacker to the mound. On to first. That takes care of Cronenworth. 2 outs, base is empty. Jason Hayward will hit next. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely, it's a double and his second hit.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
1-0.
In the dirt. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch. Hayward on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
That's to third. Donovan slings it across. Inning over. And we're back. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's Orlando Arcia. First pitch, and he just misses.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
That one fouled off. This one in the air. Cronenworth. And there's one away. Here's Jared Kelenic. Entered the game on defense, so this is his first trip to the plate in this one. Up and in, and it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Yuki Matsui, a lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Morahone getting loose as well. Check swing, and he went. And it's 1-1. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Next to hit, Jurickson Profar. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is off the wall. Kelenic around third. He'll score easily.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Out on the off-balance throw. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Right side, Cronenworth. To first, they limit the damage here. Back here at Petco Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. And a strike in there.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. Up the middle. What a stop. Gathers and throws. And they get the out. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 3 with 2 ground outs and a strikeout. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
The Braves up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Back up the middle and a base hit. Luis Arias getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. And there's a ball.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 2.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. Arcia tossed to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Robert Suarez.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And out number 1 on the grab. And next for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. 1 for 4 with a double. Swing and a miss, strike one. Suarez, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Base is empty, one away here at the top of the ninth. And he swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. One down, base is empty. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 down, base is empty. Marcell Ozuna next up for the Braves. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3 down inning. All set for the bottom. New pitcher for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And that one missing low. High fly ball down the left field line. Profar ranging back. onto the track, and he makes the catch. And now it's Manny Machado, 1 for 3. That one missed.
Counts.
He swings and fouls one off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Throw on to Olsen. Machado out on the play. So they're down to their final out. Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that's downstairs. And the count is 2-0. And another ball. And there's the automatic.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And a foul ball.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw. The throw is late, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. So 2. Here comes the manager. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Aaron Bummer.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Diaz off of first with 2 away. That one catches the zone. 1 and 2.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
The Padres down to their final strike. On to first, ball game. And the Braves take the first 3 games of this 4-game set. 9-0 your final in this one.
With a dip and all that other Ringling brother. Sporty, naughty, hot bar, great